was absolutely crazy. But on one thing, it sucks because Tyreek Hill was playing so good before he got injured. I mean, 6 receptions, 67 yards for just like a half and just like a little bit over a half. And then the big questions: is Darren Waller back? That's what everybody seems to. That's what I've heard a few people say. But the truth is, no. If you think that, then that's just stupid. Okay, he had 2 touchdowns, and that's it. I mean, look at this: 3 receptions, 27 yards. I mean, that's almost nothing. But anyway, another big question is how Jalen Waddle will step up uh, during this time without Tyreek Hill because over the past couple seasons, he really has not done the same things he has done in the past. Um, I mean, he had his rookie season where he was the wide receiver one, which was the last time he was the wide receiver one. Well, not true. He was the wide receiver one time in 2023, but the true wide receiver one. He had 1,015 yards, 6 touchdowns in just his rookie season, and then he had a very nuclear season the very next season, and didn't really do much after that. So it is a big question on if he will step up uh, following the Tyreek injury. But outside of that, um, I've realized our defense can't stop anything. Justin Fields and Brees Hall ran all over us. And Garrett Wilson was kind of torching them. And heck, we allowed Mason Taylor to get 65 yards, which, I mean, he could be good, but he might be good. But, I mean, I did pick him up on waivers in my fantasy league. But, yeah, our defense is trash, even though that's kind of no secret. Even our front line, which was supposed to be the key part of the defense that was good, um, even they didn't look great. Or I mean, they looked all right on a pass rush perspective, but they couldn't stop the run at all. It was crazy. But 1-3, we're 1-3. I mean, kind of a pointless win if you ask me. I mean, Tua Tua didn't even really do that a whole lot, obviously. But you know, we won. We beat the Jets. I guess makes me happy. But outside of that, not really much to say here. But anyway, let's talk about some more crazy stuff that happened during this week. Um, Why don't we start here? Jackson Dart, first rookie start, going in and whooping the Chargers. Well, maybe not whooping, but I mean he played pretty good for his first NFL game. Um, 13 for 20, 111 yards, 1 touchdown, 54 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. He played well. He honestly played well. Now the Chargers. I mean, Amari Hampton looked like an absolute beast out there, and so Quentin Johnson. But Brad McConkey, what are we doing here, buddy? One reception, 11 yards. I mean, we're not going to get anywhere with that. I mean, he's been kind of getting outplayed by Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnston, which is funny because Keenan Allen is like, he's like 32, 33 maybe. And Quentin Johnston, we all thought Quentin Johnston was no good. But I think he's starting to prove everybody wrong in this scenario. I mean, Herbert, yeah, Herbert to a certain extent didn't look the greatest. But, I mean, one thing about this Giants defense is that this Giants defense is tough. I mean, those stats don't say it, but they are a tough defense, and they rattled Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I know this don't matter, but I did want to mention it. Uh, how about Kyle Pitts? Is Kyle Pitts back? Is Kyle Pitts is it the Kyle Pitts breakout year? Huh? I mean, he got a touchdown in the big 225. I think this is the year for him. But outside of that, I mean, B. John Robinson. Oh my God, Bijan Robinson. What in the world? This man is crazy. 17 carries, 75 yards, one touchdown, and 106 receiving yards. I about said 110 and read Drake London's stat line, but 106 yards receiving. So he had a crazy day here. Uh, and the Commanders, I mean, they kept up. I'll give them that. Marcus Mariota actually kind of looks a little good uh, at the backup, but they kept up. They kept up in this game, which kind of surprised me a little bit, just a little bit, because the Falcons' defense kind of sucks. So I'm not surprised that they dropped 27 points to Marcus Mariota, but they kept up. They was in this game, but they just couldn't get it done. This game was absolutely nuts. Cause because the Philadelphia Eagles kind of came out in this game and was just kind of whooping the Buccaneers. I mean, the Buccaneers they was down pretty big at the first half, and then they came back and was in the game. But here's the thing: I think this stat line just shows how good this Eagles team is because Jalen Hurts passed for 130 yards and they still won the game. He ran for 62. Saquon Barkley ran for 43. And Saquon Barkley has not looked like the same Saquon as last year. I'm gonna be honest. That sucks because I like Saquon Barkley. But honestly, the one thing that is sad about this Eagles offense is just not really seeing AJ Brown and Devonta Smith do much. I mean, AJ Brown literally got AJ Brown literally got out stat lined by John Mechie. That's just absolutely crazy. Um, but yeah, it's sad to not see Devonta Smith and AJ Brown really get involved in this game plan that much. I mean, I know Devonta Smith had a pretty good game. I think it was last week, and AJ Brown had a good game too earlier in the season. But outside of that, like it's just so sad to see because they are two really good receivers. And honestly, if they was on a different offense where the team would like get them the ball a little more often, which I mean, I guess AJ Brown did have 9 targets, but here's the thing: if they were on an offense where it would be more pass reliant instead of just Saquon and Jalen Hurts running all over you because they just have this beast offensive line, then they would be some of the top receivers in the NFL right now. I don't think it's their fault. I think it's just I think it's just something to do with the game plan revolving around it. But outside of that, Emeka Ibuka, he is making the case for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, 101 yards and a touchdown. Pretty good. Baker, he's looking good too. He looks pretty good. He looked pretty good in the second half of this game. Maybe not the first half, but and then Bucky Irving, 102 yards receiving, one touchdown, and 63 yards rushing. Thing is, this Buccaneers offense is literally so good. It's literally so good. I mean, but I mean they just played a really good team though. So I mean, and they just got outplayed. But this was a crazy game. Honestly, I thought the Bucks was gonna possibly come back and win this game, but Jalen Hurts decided to take over this game here, and the defense just couldn't stop him. I mean, but crazy game though. Is one funny thing I had to mention was this. Ignore the meme up here. That's not important. But I'm not gonna say it because I don't cuss. But Cam Ward saying this absolutely crazy. Honestly, because here's the thing: even if it's true, why would you say that? I don't think that's I don't think that's very appropriate to say. I mean, even if it's true, thing is, even if it's true, you probably shouldn't say it. But so someone probably needs to media train Cam Ward because I mean, I've seen honesty in NFL press conferences, but like there's ways to criticize your team than saying this, which is it was just a goofy thing to say and rookie mistake, honestly. But I mean, he's been impressed before, so wouldn't you think he probably know better than to do that? Because like, there's ways to like criticize your team without saying this. I mean, you could say, "Hey, I mean, we gotta do this better. We gotta do this better." But we'll just keep grinding, whatever. I mean that. I mean that they're supposed to say the negative in such a positive way, and he just came out so bluntly and said this, which is just so funny to me. Um, but but 0-4, 0-4. I mean, we knew the Titans weren't going to be any good anyway. So I mean, at least he's being honest. But there's better ways to say your honesty here. Looking at the standings here, there's a bunch of craziness going on in the AFC. Obviously, not much in the AFC East because the AFC East kind of stinks. I mean, New England plays Buffalo next week. But that don't really much matter because Buffalo's clearly going to win this. Patriots might finish in a wild card spot, but I don't think they're taking this division away from Buffalo. Although I do think that game is going to be a really good game. Now, now, side note, just a quick side note, I am actually going to the Panthers game, which I will be vlogging that. So make sure you watch that when it comes out. But outside of that, um, and just quick side note, but how about the AFC North? The Ravens falling to 1-3 after a big loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Honestly, it looks pretty bad in Baltimore right now. I mean, what? I mean, they're 1-3. That's bad enough itself. But here's another thing. They've lost Madubuike, or however you pronounce his name, for the year. Nate Wiggins is out. Lamar Jackson was ruled out for this week's game against the Texans. Who else did they lose? Roquan Smith went out with an injury. I don't know how he's doing or what his status is, but they're injury riddled, and they have a game against the Texans, which honestly they'll probably lose, especially with Cooper Rush as the QB. But not only that, I'm pretty sure they have the Rams next week, which makes that even harder. But I mean, the Bengals are 2-2; they're the close second. But Pittsburgh has the opportunity to go right out the door and win this division. They have the chance to just drive away with this division, um, which is funny, which is just funny because the Ravens just they looked like the best roster on paper, and they were a lot of people's Super Bowl favorites. I mean, I thought they could have won it with how talented of a roster they have, but they are full of injuries. Let's look at the injury report for this game. I mean, yeah, Roquan Smith is out. Marlon Humphrey's out. I forgot to mention that. Uh, Lamar Jackson's out. I mean, okay, no, I didn't want to look at this. Okay, this is better. Um, I mean, Kyle Hamilton's questionable. Matabike's out for the year. Ronnie Stanley even went out of the game. I mean, they had a ton of injuries, and it was really, really bad here this past Sunday for the Ravens, and it's looking bad for the upcoming future. But anyway, the AFC South, the Colts and the Jags fight for the division, and hey, the Texans finally got their first win. But here's the thing: the Colts. I'm actually thinking that the Colts could probably do some good. The Colts could probably do some good. Um, I mean, they look really good right now. I think they're legit. I think they're legit. I didn't think they were because of some of the teams they played, but after watching them play against the Rams last Sunday, I also thought they played well. If AD Mitchell wasn't doing 6 sevens down the down the end zone, then honestly, and didn't get that penalty when Jonathan Taylor got that touchdown, and he just screwed up the game. Honestly, if that didn't happen, they probably would have won. But the Jaguars Colts, that will probably be an interesting game to decide between the division. Those two games right there, because these two are one of these two teams are going to win the division. The Texans are done. I'm out on the Texans, and the Titans are the Titans. But yeah, I mean, um, and also the one other question is Kansas City back? Is Kansas City back? Honestly, I think they're still good enough to go to the playoffs, but I don't think they'll make another playoff run like they always do. I mean, they whooped up on the Ravens, but still, they might make the playoffs. They're back into a went into a winning column with 2-2. I mean, they got a little tough schedule. I mean, Jaguars, Lions, and then I guess the Commanders. That'd be tough. Bills, Broncos, Colts. Yeah, they got a little bit of a tough schedule. So I guess we'll figure it out as time goes through these games. But I guess we'll see if they're actually still the Kansas City Chiefs as we all know of them to be. This dominant dynasty team, or if they've just went down the hill this year. Now, someone tell me why in the big 225. I mean, we could change overtime rules, but we can't change a tie. I mean, I don't get ties. I hate ties. I think ties are pointless. But honestly, I don't know what's better, tying the game or losing the game, because God, this was such a good game. This was such a good game for both teams to walk away unsatisfied. I mean, I guess you wouldn't really be upset. I guess you wouldn't be happy either. But this is the first tie. I mean, this is like the first tie that's happened in like a couple of years, I think. But you know, this game was so good. I think this shows that offense is just not enough to win games sometimes, because I think the Cowboys have they have one of the top ranked offenses, and it shows. Dak Prescott. Let's look at the box score. Dak Prescott had four total touchdowns and passed for 319 yards. He had a crazy good game, and he did all of that just to tie. George Pickens filled the shoes of CeeDee Lamb real quickly, and then honestly, the Packers defense isn't as good as I thought it was. Um, their secondary kind of sucks a little bit. But anyway, back to the big thing. I think this kind of shows that the offense is just not enough to win games sometimes, because I think the Cowboys have like the worst ranked defense. I'm pretty sure, and they have like one of the top ranked offenses right now as of this recording. So I think this just kind of shows that that you have to have a good both sides of the ball, which is pretty obvious. Obviously you have to have a pretty good both sides of the ball, but there are teams that sit there and will just all offseason will be like, oh, we don't need this. We don't need this. We got this part of our team to succeed us in. Which sometimes they find ways to make it work. Some of these coaches find ways to make it work, but it doesn't work all the time. And even if it does work, it can get exposed sometimes. So, but crazy. 40 all tie on Sunday Night Football. Honestly, why don't they just play it until someone wins? Honestly, that's what they should do. That's what they should do. But for some reason they don't, which is just crazy. But for the all tie, just crazy. Now, last thing I had to mention. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record this video before this game, so I guess I'll just jump to a after the game. So, Mac Jones, the backup QB, doesn't have his wide receiver one, his wide receiver two, his wide receiver three. He's literally out there playing with practice squad players, and they came out here and beat the Rams. They came out here and beat the Rams. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, he's nobody. He's a monster. Look at this stat line: 82 yards, 82 receiving yards, one touchdown, 57 rushing yards. He was on it. He was on it this game. And Mac Jones, 342 yards, two touchdowns. He was on it as well. But he was Mac Jones. The 49ers did not have their QB one. They didn't have their tight end one. They didn't have Kittle. They didn't have Brock Purdy. They didn't have Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. They didn't. They don't have Nick Bosa either. They don't have some parts of the defense. They literally had to go a full JV squad, and they still came out here and beat the Rams. Which honestly, I think that's a compliment of how good this coaching staff is for the 49ers. I think Kyle Shanahan is a really great coach, and Robert Saleh is obviously a good DC. Although, but honestly, there really is no stopping this offense. Really, this offense is just way too good to be stopped by a JV squad. They still scored 23 points. Kyron Williams, but even though Kyron Williams played so good, hey, it just doesn't matter when you lose the ball, you fumble when you're about to win the game. Literally, was on the edge of the end zone, was right there, and the ball just gets knocked out of his hands. So it's a big bummer. It's a big bummer. It honestly is a big bummer because he played so well. But at the end of the day, that just does not matter whenever you sell the game like that. But that was a good play by the defense, though. But yeah, there's just no stopping an offense with Devontae Adams, Puka Nakua, and Kyron Williams on it. And I mean Stafford. It doesn't matter how old he is. He beats Father Time. Heck, he'll play good anyway. But yeah, honestly, I think it's crazy that they just lost to a whole entire JV squad right here. Um, and I guess now the 49ers are still on top of the division, which honestly, I think I thought they were just getting bailed out by, which of course, it's any given Sunday. This could just be a fluky win, maybe. It's just one of those wins that just happen. But I thought they were getting bailed out because of their easy schedule. But I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're 4-1, and they've only had Brock Purdy like twice. So, um, but I mean, they played really easy teams, so it kind of explains the good record. But they did just beat a real team, so I'm very interested to see how it goes throughout the season. They probably will get a wild card spot maybe if they don't win this division, just because of how easy their schedule is. But yeah, uh, really crazy game right here. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I will see you next time. Peace.